Chicago summers have officially started. We've had at least one day of warm weather and we're not looking back. So I figured today was a good day to talk about the clothing that I'm most excited to wear over the summer. Welcome to my channel. My name is James. So you're gonna notice a lot of overlap with these. The idea for me is to have multiple pieces that I can wear for multiple different seasons. So I hope you guys like this. We're gonna start off with footwear first and then work our way all the way up to accessories, but let's get into the video. My Stofa slippers. I got these last year. They're absolutely amazing shoes. The top of them is I believe a cowhide or a steer hide upper. The ones that I got are the black, and then the bottoms are going to be a vulcanized rubber. And this is like my sandal, if you will. I am not a sandal person. I thought I could do like the open-toed kind of shoes like you would with like a fisherman sandal. It's just not really for me. And there is a pair of Paraboot kind of sandals that I really like. I just am not ready to kind of spend that money right now, especially after coming from New York. So these have been great. I really enjoy them. They're the perfect like run around to the city, grab some groceries, do this, go to the beach, travel with them. They're like the perfect thing. I'll wear them with a nice pair of jeans, or I can wear them with shorts, and they kind of have like, I guess you'd say my version of like a boat shoe, like super casual. I love the black on these. They're perfect for just like bopping around, doing nothing, going on vacation. And they're something that I'm gonna wear a lot. My Lemaire Atomic slides. I love these. I got them in New York a couple weeks ago and they have turned into my #1 kind of most worn shoe. And the reason being is they're just like perfect. They've got a nice heel on them and a nice sole, so they look a little bit more formal. They're a wide toe box, very similar to like my Kaptians. I understand that they have a lot of similarities to the Stofa slides. However, I feel like these are a little bit easier to wear with like a formal trouser because they have that heel and they are, I believe they're Blake stitched. I love the slip-on aspect of it. I think they're gonna look so awesome with just a nice pair of shorts and like a white kind of sock and then just like a tank top. I think that's gonna look super cool. But the Lemaire slides, they're just so comfortable. They're something that I'm wearing a lot and I just love that buffalo upper and I think they're gonna age so well. If you've been following my channel, I've been on like a loafer journey over the last number of years. I started with like 12 pairs and now I've officially brought it down to 3 total pairs, 2 of which I'm gonna be wearing all summer and I'm so excited with. The first one is going to be my Our Legacy loafers. And these are awesome. They are a split toe that is kind of like a penny loafer with a tassel, vibrant bottom, really, really beautiful shoe. They are a bitch to break in. I don't know if you guys have a pair or if you've had a pair. They are hard for me to break in and they're also hard for me to get on. I literally just had to go buy a shoehorn so I could start putting them on easier. I broke my last shoehorn trying to put these on. But honestly, these are great. This is the shoe that I've been trying to find. I've been really trying to find this kind of equilibrium, something that is, I felt like I could wear with a suit and it would be appropriate to go to like a wedding, but also something that I could just throw on a pair of Patagonia baggies and some white socks and it's gonna be perfect for that. These have been an awesome shoe and it's something that I'm really happy that I'm wearing because it gives you that kind of big chunky Doc Marten feel, a little bit more of a formal look to it. And these have been the perfect loafer and honestly, the way that they hit on a pair of my jeans is just so perfect and I absolutely love them. The second pair that I just recently got, and I am so excited to wear these as well, are my Paraboot for Arpentor. These are the Mirage Mocs. If you've been following my channel, I am a big fan of Paraboot, and I'm also a big fan of Arpentor. I have the Arpentor Paraboot Mirage. I believe they're like the derbies. So when they released the loafer version, I just had to get it. These ones are in the brown colorway, and it's a great kind of contrast to my Our Legacy boots. They're both a little bit on the chunkier side. They both have rubber bottoms. The thing that makes these different is the pebble leather, and I feel like they are like an oil tan, so they already are starting to look like they're kind of like fading in a really good way. This actually replaced my Doc Marten Adrian loafers. I just recently sold those, and these are like the 2 pairs that I think are gonna be the perfect kind of everyday, every situation shoe that I'm super excited about. Third, that is not really gonna be on this list, so I'm gonna kind of talk about it really quick, is my Morehouse Belgians. Those have kind of taken the place as like my most formal loafer, something that if I'm going to a black tie wedding or if I'm going to something really formal, that those are gonna be the things. But these 2 loafers I think are the perfect summer loafers. They're the perfect everyday kind of all things loafer, and I am so excited to wear them. And I am now down to 3 loafers, which is insane to think, especially where I started a couple years ago. So I digress. Let's move on to the next shoe. my Hoka mafate Speedlight 4. This is just like my athletic, go to the gym, walk around the city. I got these because I felt like they checked a lot of boxes for me. Something that I could go on a long hike with because they are a trail running shoe. But then if I'm wearing my Orso pants or if I'm wearing a pair of jeans, like they have enough of like a streetwear kind of high fashion vibe that I think they look really good. They're white bottom with like a reddish brownish upper. Absolutely perfect. My Asics, I believe they're the 1030 or the 1130. I don't remember exactly. I do believe they're the 1030, and they're just this beige shoe. I wore them all last year. They go so well with so many things. They're very ambiguous. They just still have a lot of life left in them, and I don't feel the need to like buy another pair of sneakers that is gonna be like a casual just wear around the city shoe. My Irrational Element sculpture trainer. Essentially, these are a kind of play on a German army trainer or a GAT, but I didn't really want to go the Margiela route. I did see the reproduction of found pairs, and I do like those as well. I think those are just a perfect option. Pants. And honestly, I'm gonna be wearing the same kind of pants I've been wearing for every other season. So you're gonna see me in my full counts, you're gonna see me in my Onis, you're gonna see me in my Noah pants, you're gonna see me in my Momos. But sometimes when you get into like the denim world and it gets super hot, like I still wanna wear pants, but I don't wanna wear like those types of pants. So I do have more like weather specific pants that I'm really excited about. The first one is going to be my Colbo linen cotton trousers. I love these. I wore them so much last year. I ended up getting them probably the beginning of the summer last year, and I've worn the heck out of them. And that's a pant that I have been like waiting to wear. They're just a perfect big pleat, perfect crop on my leg. I wore them so much. Corzo buttons, Lampo zippers, just really well made, made in New York. My Poplin Engineered Garments fatigue pants. So these are a black fatigue pant that I got, oh my God, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And I never really loved them. I kind of just like left them in the closet and they sat there and I never really wore them. But they're a black Poplin fatigue pant. There's not a lot to them. Poplin is a very light, kind of airy material. I did have them hemmed, so they have a slight crop. They kind of feel like the perfect pant to wear, like almost like casual, but if you want to wear like some black and white combinations with a nice pair of loafers, they have like that right kind of no break, which I really like. And they've just been great. Honestly, I'm excited to start wearing them because I completely forgot about them. And they're just going to be something that's like easy in the rotation. I don't have to put a lot of thought in it. I don't have to put a lot of energy into it, just easy. And they're super light, perfect for a summer day. My Haven pants are definitely going to be in the rotation too. And this is a great example of like, I love these pants because they are perfect to wear with like a nice pair of boots or like a pair of derbies or something like that. But because they are like an athletic material, they are like a peached cotton, I can easily just scrunch the bottoms up and wear these to go on a long hike. And that's probably what I'll wear these for. They're just such a perfect pant. I think again, Haven does a really good job of kind of doing multiple different things well. And this is a pant that will wear into multiple different categories. Don't have any other green fatigue pants. These are the ones that I have, and they're definitely gonna get a lot of rotation and a lot of wear. My Naked and Famous Fox Cotton Strong Guy. I decided to keep the big cuffs. I know I talked about it in a different video, whether I should keep big cuffs or not. And these are like the harder wearing version of the Colbo pants. These are gonna be the pant that like I'm intentionally trying to beat them up, get some grime on them, wear them. Obviously, where the Colbo pants are a pleated trouser, this is going to be a jean. And honestly, I get so many compliments when I wear this, but this is again, just such an easy thing to wear. I'll wear it with like a nice flowy shirt. I'll wear it with a polo. I'll wear it tucked with a t-shirt tucked in. And then it's gonna go so well with my loafers. My black loafers are gonna look good with it. My brown loafers are gonna go good with it. I can wear it with just no socks, walking around in some sandals. Really great. And honestly, Fox Cotton is super cool. I really love these Naked and Famous pants. I think the Strong Guy is an amazing cut. My Manresa Ram shorts. I got these late summer last year. And the ones that I got are the black, and they are a Remy and cotton blend. And these are great because they're like a bungee bottom. They have these big chunky pockets, or they have a very like utilitarian feel, which I really like. And I think Manresa, actually it's not Manresa, I believe it's Manresa. Manresa just makes some really great pieces. They do come in a number of different colors. I do believe they are available on the website as well. But the Manresa shorts are great. Again, it's just black short, wear with a tank top, wear with a collared shirt, wear with a t-shirt. Highly recommend the Manresa shorts if you are in the market for it. My Bode, I believe these are the donkey stitched short. They are an organic cotton with patch pockets. They have like a big Bode symbol on the side, and then they've got like this really cool kind of stitching pattern. I wear them with my Wythe pearl snap shirt. Just an awesome look that I think is super easy to wear. The pop of color is fun because it allows you to play with a bunch of different things, but also because they're beige shorts, you can mute it down and just let the shorts do the fun talking. The Garden Air, these are the moleskin gardening shorts. I got these through an Instagram ad last year, and I'm really happy that I did. They are a black moleskin. They are like legit gardening shorts. These ones are made in France. They've got like these big side pockets, which is awesome. They're a 5-inch inseam. Black shorts you can never go wrong with. Like these and my Ram shorts are probably gonna be the most worn shorts that I have. The moleskin is great. They have pockets galore. And again, I can wear them with many different things, and it's just super easy to kind of put in together. So I got 3 more pairs of shorts. 2 of them are Patagonia. And honestly, if you're sleeping on Patagonia, you need to stop because the baggies are a go-to. I don't care whether you are a frat bro living in wherever or you live in the middle of the city in Brooklyn or whatever. The Patagonia baggies are just classic shorts that you can never go wrong with. I am team cut the lining out. They're just an easy short that is, to me, like a staple in my wardrobe, even though I may not wear them as much as I used to 5 years ago. Always having them. I personally like the 5-inch look. I feel like they just transcend all style, and if you don't have a pair, you should definitely have a pair. The Patagonia stand-ups. This to me is going to be my kind of Carhartt endeavor. They are a 100% organic cotton kind of basket weave look. They're super structured. They've got crazy cool pockets. I'm not really even sure how I'm gonna style them yet because I got the gray pair, but I'm sure I'll figure out a nice way, maybe like a nice like button up or a camp collar shirt or something like that. Really excited for these. The Patagonia stand-ups were a grail of mine for a while that I wanted, and I finally just went in and bought a pair and really excited for it. If you see me wearing these on the street, then I am 1, either just got done a run, or 2, I am massively hungover, or 3, it is so hot out, why are we even outside? And this is gonna be my Arc'teryx No-Van shorts. I got these last year for running. I'm still on my fitness journey, and honestly, these are gonna be mostly worn for running and working out and stuff like that. But if it is like ridiculously hot and I've been in the house just doing work all day and I need to go run and grab groceries, I'm gonna grab these. They are crazy light. 5-inch inseam, great short for just hot days that you're not gonna be doing anything. Moving on to tops, and start with t-shirts, but I'm gonna be super quick about this. I'm gonna be doing a video on my t-shirts in the next couple weeks, so I'm not gonna get too far into this, but my Buckmason field spec tee, I've kind of have 2 different versions now, which I'm actually really excited about. There is the regular version, which fits more like a traditional kind of tight to your body, shorter arms, tighter arms. That's been great. I use that traditionally as like an undershirt. And then I have the cropped version or the boxy version. And that's been nice because it's a little bit of a longer arm. To me, I'll wear that more, which kind of by itself. And then moving on to like Lady Wythe. I love my Lady Wythe hour tees. I've worn the heck out of them. To me, this is like your perfect, just everyday tee. I've worn, I've washed, I've beat them up. They're great tees. They're probably the tee that I'll continue to go back to the well and just continue to buy. And then I have some of the Smock tees coming in. I was talking about Smock in a previous video. I really like their stuff. I haven't tried on their tee yet. I will let you know when it comes in, but I ended up getting the 3-pack and I'm excited to see how that fits. Again, that's gonna be more of like your traditional boxier fit, a little bit of a longer arm, organic cotton. Super excited about that. Continuing tops, I don't know you, but I've been like really obsessed with these like lightweight long sleeve shirts. And we'll talk about this one a little bit later, but I want to talk about my proper class shirt that I just got. And honestly, I am in love with it. I went with a white Japanese heavyweight linen, which is kind of confusing because when I thought about heavyweight, I was like, is it gonna be too hot for summer? And the answer is no. I wore this the other day when it was like 80 degrees. It was our 180-degree day of Chicago summer so far. And it was awesome. So it was cool because I rolled it up, and that's one of the reasons why I like the long sleeve, because it like blocks the sun, or you can roll it up and wear it in a bunch of different things. And every time the wind blew it, I could feel how wavy and how airy every aspect of it, which was absolutely awesome. But the cool thing is when the weather actually changed, I could bring it down, and then when it got to like that 50, it was still warm enough to be able to do that, which was freaking awesome. I did a full made-to-measure version of this. So I went with a camp collar, I went with horn buttons, patch pockets on the top. I did this one specifically made to measure. I made this 100% how I wanted it, and it came out so awesome. So what I basically did, and this is how I recommend if you are gonna be doing custom clothing, is find like 3 of your favorite shirts and then mix them all together and then find the things that you like. So I ended up taking the last made to measure pieces that I had, which I loved, but there were some things that I would like to have tweaked. They're great for like tucked in shirts, but not so great for untucked shirts. So I went and I grabbed the measurements from there, and then I grabbed some of the measurements that I used for my Stofa shirt, and I kind of mixed them together, and it came out to be this perfect linen drapey long sleeve. This was like one of those shirts that I got in the mail, and I was genuinely worried, and I put it on and it was like, I was like giddy about it. The cool thing that Proper Cloth does is they do allow you to do an exchange process. I believe they do allow a little bit of a tailoring fee as well. It is like heavyweight, but lightweight. I love the contrast of the buttons. I think it goes well with so many different things. I can wear it with trousers and it's gonna look really great. I can wear it with just some jeans and it's gonna look really good. My Wythe tinsel pearl snap button up. I wore this so much last year. It was probably one of my favorite pickups of 2024, and it is like the perfect shirt. So again, this drapey long sleeve, it looks awesome with my Bode shirts. It looks awesome with so many different things, but this is a shirt that I've worn a lot. Again, I can wear it with black, it looks great. I can wear a beige, it looks great. I tuck it in, I can wear it with a suit, and it just adds such a great character and kind of look to it. And I've gotten so many compliments on it. Highly recommend. Wythe pearl snap, amazing piece. Buckmason drape linen lounge lizard shirt. And I was walking by Buckmason and I walked into the store and this just like struck a chord. So to me, it's very similar to the tinsel shirt that I had, but obviously it doesn't have the pearl snaps. It's much more of a classic fit. I love this color. It just like looks casual, but also can be pretty formal. I'm gonna go to dinner tonight with a few buddies of mine. We're gonna go into like a nicer part of the town. I'm gonna wear this and I'm gonna feel super comfortable. So light, it's got such a great feel to it. It fits super well. I went with the medium and I think this is a great option. My 316 loop collar cotton knit shirt. I'm not gonna get too far into it. I talked about it last week. Again, it's like my beach shirt. This one in particular has a camp collar to it, which I think is really great for the type of shirt that it is. This one's probably a little bit more casual. I don't know whether I'd wear it like on a date night, unless it was like an outdoor patio or something like that, where this I might wear like a little bit more intentional to like an indoor event or something along those lines. Great piece, definitely worth it for me. And again, just something that I'm excited to wear this summer. My Stofa camp shirt, I had it made to measure for me. I love the gray. It goes well with all the blacks, all the browns, all the different things. Not gonna get too far into it because I've talked about it so many different times and there's no point to kind of do it. So my last long sleeve shirt, and again, a lot of this stuff is stuff that you can wear for multiple different things, but I've recently gotten really into like vintage dress shirts. And the reason being is I feel like you can actually find some really amazing ones for relatively cheap. So the two that I'm referring to are, I have a vintage Armani button up that is like a light gray. Super fine fabric, super pretty, easy to wear. It's got a bit of a boxier fit, which I love, especially with the way my style is going. I like a boxier, drapier fit. And then I have a vintage Brioni. And honestly, those shirts are perfect for all seasons. Those are gonna be like my suit shirts. Those are gonna be like my casual shirts. They're just perfect for so many different things. Highly recommend vintage Armani, vintage Brioni. A Bode long sleeve, it's a brown stripe with 2 lobsters on it. They go great with my Cobalt pants. I've worn them a lot. I've had it for a number of years. It's just such a comfortable shirt. And then I have a number of, I feel like I've got like the same shirt 4 different times, but I have a black kind of camp collar shirt. I love my coral shirt from Arpentor. I've been wearing that a lot. And then I just recently picked up a Captain Sunshine silk camp shirt as well. Those are the 2 shirts that are like the t-shirt versions of what I'll wear. Really love them. Again, not a lot to these. I mean, obviously one is silk, which is very exciting, and I've never had a silk shirt before, so I'm excited for that. And then the other one, Arpentor, is just a classic. I think it's like a jersey material. Really like those. I love the buttons on the Arpentor one because they're like a blue mother of pearl. Very, very cool. Those are like the 3 kind of short sleeve camp collars that I'm gonna be wearing a lot. So when it comes to suiting, I was a little hesitant just because I spent so many years of my life wearing suits for work that putting suits on always made it feel like I was like going to work, and that's the world that I'm trying to get out of. But I think I found the perfect suit for me, and it is a proper cloth Irish linen suit. And honestly, it is perfect for me. So I kind of kept the jacket part of it based off of how the measurements were, but I added a few different things. I went with a 3-button on the arm. I went with a 4-inch lapel. It is absolutely perfect and I love it. And then with the pants are the thing that I'm most excited about. Is I took those flannel pants that I made last year, and because I lost a little bit of weight, they were a little bit big for me. So I ended up hitting the waist up, and then I ended up shortening the leg. I think the cool thing about proper cloth is it allows you to have this like opportunity to change a few different things. And I'm gonna wear this in so many different ways. So the top itself, like I said, is a classic fit with a little bit of a twist. And then I went with a wider leg. I mean, it is not like a super tailored suit. I didn't want a super tailored suit. I wanted something that I can wear to go bop around the city, where I can go sit and have a cocktail, or if we're gonna go to an art show, we're gonna do things like that. And this is like perfect for me. So the color itself is a coffee color. I didn't want a just traditional like basic suit. So I wanted something that had a little bit of a flair that I could wear with just like a classic t-shirt, a pair of loafers, and just have fun with that. And so the pants are perfect because they are a wide, a little bit more of a relaxed fit. I went with a double pleat with the belt loops on it so I can wear like a nice Western belt. And honestly, that has been perfect. And then the jacket itself is a little bit like of a classic suit fit with a little bit of a twist. Like I was saying, as I went a little wide with the lapels, I went 3-button. But the thing is I'm gonna wear these mostly as separates. So when I'm wearing the linen jacket, I'm gonna wear like a pair of white trousers and just have like that kind of fun little fit to it. And then when I'm wearing the pants, I'm gonna be wearing that just like the other day I was wearing it with like a bomber because it was 50 freaking degrees out. I wore it with a bomber, I wore it with my Paraboot Arpentor sandals, and it just looks so perfect that way. And honestly, again, like that's the thing that I'm most excited about, is being able to like take that, like make what suiting was and turn it into like something that is a part of my wardrobe again and have fun with it. Because I feel like suiting is a really understated thing and not really appreciated the way that it should. And being able to have a nice summer suit that I can wear like on a date night, I think this summer when it's really hot, just sitting at a rooftop, having a cocktail, or just walking around the city and just doing that is gonna be super exciting. So now let's get into accessories. And this video has gone on way too long, so if you're still here, I appreciate everybody. You guys are too good to me. But we're gonna go with just my hats. Obviously, it's gonna be this one. This is my vintage Teamsters hat that I got, made in USA. I'm not gonna take it off because I have super bad bedhead, but hats are always gonna be something that I'm always wearing, whether it's winter hats in the winter, obviously, or these hats. So this one's gonna be the one that I go with. I'm gonna wear my brown Small Talk Studios hat a lot. That was a hat that I got, I think a little longer than a year ago. It's brown, it's got orange in it. And then it'll be my Wythe rodeo hat. I have that one in like an off-white with the kind of Wythe logo on it. Those are the 3 hats. I have no interest in getting more of that stuff. However, having these hats are just a great option. I think the more that they age, the better that they'll get. And honestly, I'm super up for that. And then we'll go with like sunglasses. Obviously I have my prescription sunglasses and I have 3 pairs of prescription glasses. I've talked about those in a number of videos. If you're not familiar with them, I did a Q&A video that I will link below that you can kind of have. But the 2 glasses I'm gonna wear, those are gonna be mostly for cycling, are going to be my Oakleys. So these are the Oakley M2s. I forget what type of lenses they are. These are black glasses. I'll wear these if I'm gonna go hiking. I'm fortunate enough that I don't necessarily need to wear glasses all the time. If I'm like going hiking or on a bike ride or stuff like that, I need them mostly to like read and for sharpness. I have a really bad astigmatism. So I'll wear these a lot. Research Studio, these are I believe called the Pace glasses. They put it on here. Yeah, the Pace glasses. And they're very similar to like your Oakley regular. So Research Studio is a super small business out of New York City, and they use like amazing materials. So the materials that they use for this, it's a 3D printed frame using like aerospace nylon, and then the lenses are Zeiss, which if you're familiar with Zeiss or if you're familiar with cameras or anything like that, Zeiss is like the pinnacle of quality when it comes to lenses and things like that, or glass. But these Zeiss lenses are awesome. And honestly, they bring back that vintage vibe that I really wanted, like that kind of in your face kind of look. I don't know how to explain it, but really like these. I think they're awesome pair. The lenses I got are the brown. I paid full price for those glasses because I just thought they were so cool. They have like 3 different versions now. They have like a cut, an uncut, and then there's one that are like vintage, like think like vintage MLB baseball player, kind of like from the 2000s. So those will probably be my next pair, but those are the accessories that I'm looking at. I love these glasses, the hats I'm gonna wear. I don't wear a lot of accessories during the summer because it is so hot. So those are the pieces that I'm most excited to wear this summer. I know there was a lot there, so I appreciate y'all staying for me. Let me know what your guys' favorite piece is or what piece you're most excited to wear this summer. We'll chat soon. Bye.